Good morning. It's time to jump on that to-do list, but that home improvement project doesn't have to be a chore. Before you jump in, tune in here to About Your House to listen and learn from the most experienced and reputable contractors and service providers in the industry. On today's show, we have tradesman Mark Sprinkle in the house. About Your House is brought to you in part by PutToolsInSchools.org, connecting students to tools of the trades and raising awareness of the many career pathways. About Your House is also brought to you in part by Queen City Home Store. Queen City Home Store is a family-owned store that's been serving the Carolinas for over 70 years. They're the largest independent appliance retailer in the Carolinas, constantly growing and taking pride in the experience they offer customers with a knowledgeable sales staff, product selection, and lowest price guarantee. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some time with us as we spread a little love. And now, here's your host, Ray Terry.
And good morning. Welcome to another edition of About Your House. Good to be in the house today. Hey, I got a haircut. See, it's short. Shortest it's been since I walked out of the military in 1972 or 71. Who knows? That's a while back. At any rate, great show ahead of us today. I got Mark Sprinkle in the house. Good morning, Mr. Sprinkle.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I got to give a little background here. I talk a lot about put tools in schools and tools and the connection with people and tools and how they don't know how to use them anymore. And I came home from a Put Tools in Schools event one day, and I was thinking, I said, there's not many people like me left. And when I say like me, I'm talking about the ability to do electrical, plumbing, drywall work, carpentry, master carpenter, cabinet maker, call it what you want, brick mason, concrete work. Is there anything we hadn't done, Mark?
It would be a short list.
Very short.
Very short list.
So see, now, and another amazing thing here, if you'll notice, we got same color hair.
We have hair.
Yeah, you got more than me. But I cut all mine off last week. Well, the barber did, at any rate. And thank you, Men Hill Barbershop. Appreciate the support. Mark's birthday is January 23rd. My birthday is January 27th. He's 4 days older than me because we're born the same month, 4 days apart. That's wild.
That's great. We just discovered that.
Yeah, well, I sensed it when I called you because I knew you were about my age.
Pretty close.
And I looked in my mind, searched in my mind that evening when I got home. I said, I want to find somebody who can talk old school with me and has a good, diverse background.
Well,
in the trades.
Pretty diverse.
So
family work with me.
I call Mark Sprinkle. And I can't remember how many years ago. It's been at least, we've known each other, go back to when'd you start?
73.
73. Where are you from, by the way?
Originally Winston-Salem, and we moved to Charlotte when I was 6.
6 years old. So you've been in Charlotte since you were 6.
You're right.
What'd your father do?
My father was a professional engineer in heating and air conditioning, environmental control, electrical, and structural.
So you were around the trades growing up?
Oh, yes, for sure.
Did that inspire you?
Yeah, well, I was my papa's shadow, who was a farmer with full dairy production and hogs, chickens, cows. Louisville, North Carolina.
Okay.
Right outside of Winston-Salem, had a 75-acre farm. Cut all of his own trees for all the houses that he built himself. Had a forge for baking horseshoes. His own granary, his own wine and beer. I mean, I know where everything comes from because I got to fix it.
Right. How many brothers and sisters you got?
I've got an older brother and a younger sister.
Still with you?
Both of them still.
God bless them. That's great.
Yeah. It's really, we're really spaced out. We're 11 years apart from top to bottom. So.
Gotcha. That's like me and my brother.
Kind of like 3 only children.
You're the middle?
I'm the middle.
I'm the middle.
Oh, Lord.
we share a lot. We have a lot in common. And the separation between me and my brothers is 10 years.
Well, 6 from my brother and 5 from my brother and 6 from my sister.
I got 4 and 6.
That's amazing.
Wild. It's wild. But anyway, Mark, where did I meet you again?
I'm thinking it was Queen City Lumber over on Monroe Road.
If my memory serves me correctly, Mark invented, developed a product.
Right. 100-mile-an-hour mud.
Is that what? And I think that's how we met, because we got into a conversation in the lobby, in the store there.
About repairing full coat plaster.
About full coat plaster. And a lot of people don't know the shortcuts around drywall and plaster repair.
There are some.
There are some. And they're relatively easy.
Pretty much.
They're very simple. It's a little chemistry, a little science to it, but I think that's where we met.
Might have been.
I mean, that's how we met. We got into a conversation about the product you sold.
Right.
Or had, and we kind of talked about.
I'm afraid I dropped the ball on that in the marketing division. Everybody wanted free samples, and then I said, well, when you want to buy some, no, but we'd like some more free samples.
I know the feeling, You and I both have been very innovative in our respective areas.
Well, just creative.
Yep. That's why Put Tools in Schools is so important to me. I just showed you the toolbox. What do you think of our concept here?
I like it. It's going to be a great thing. I see my grandkids are seriously interested in building things, using their hands.
All kids are interested. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about that. I went to a career day last week at Rocky River High School.
Right.
About 1,200 students.
Okay.
Came through and talked, and I've got to talk a little bit about our school in Charlotte-Mecklenburg. Now, I can't talk about. I'm not here to bash anybody. I'm here to just tell it like it is. Our schools are in foul shape, and what I mean by that, well, I talk a lot about that when I say they're in foul shape. Our kids come to school. Not all kids, but earbuds, wearing earbuds.
Not good.
Got an iPhone. Wear headphones.
All day.
All day. Hoodies. And girls showing their belly buttons.
Well.
Skin. Why, parents, why do we allow this in our public school system? I mean, seriously, the girls are skimpy as heck dressed.
I thought they used to have, when I was in there, they used to have a dress code. They don't do that anymore? Like,
I don't think they'll make boys wear dresses now.
They don't have dress codes. They don't wear. At this point, they don't have dress codes
because
to that degree.
Because it used to be like the girls, they would measure and see if they were showing too much, but that's just when I don't know.
They wear shorts up to the cheeks of their butts.
Gotcha.
In high school, you weren't allowed to wear jeans.
Oh, wow, yeah. Well, we were
Where'd you go to high school?
East Mecklenburg.
You went to East, I went to Garinger.
Yeah.
But I'm serious now, and I'm sitting there talking to kids, and one of the young students, male students, walked up, and he was talking. I said, who are you talking to? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I said, take them earbuds out of your ear. That's rude. I just told him, he says, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I said, why are you wearing those in school? He didn't answer me, of course.
He probably didn't hear you.
Then people walk up to you wearing headsets, earphones.
Right.
And I said, why are you wearing those now?
Yeah. There's a lot of that going on. I've got two young guys at Carol Ann's studio who are working their warehouse. And so I'm going in and teaching them how to use tools, what tools are.
Awesome. And
how to put together furniture, how to make repairs. And they're enthralled. They love it.
Because they never had it.
Well,
am I right?
One of them started wearing earbuds. I said, I'm sorry, you can't wear those at work. Somebody's going to run over you or you're going to run over somebody. It's just not safe. And he said, oh, okay. Made sense to him.
Critical thinking is out the window. And you just proved it.
Right.
Why do I have to tell you that?
Because they have nothing to go by. They have no example.
We have no leaders, no teachers.
Well,
and there's something else going on right now.
Teachers have been replaced by administrators.
Top heavy as heck.
And I think we could do with about 80% less administration and more hands-on teacher input.
Hands-on.
Yeah.
But see, that's not the curriculum. No, they're taught to memorize and take the test. And that's where it's gone awry. Kids do not know what the trades are, much less what tools are. Mark, it's really bad.
Is it that bad?
It's worse than that bad. Let me tell you about a situation this week. I got to share a story with you. I got a call here a week or so back from a guy. He says, "Ray, your name was given. You were referred to me by somebody, and I've got some problems with my vent hood."
Right.
I says, "Well, what might they be?" "Well, it just doesn't draw. It just doesn't pull the vent. It just doesn't pull the air out." I says, "Well, send me the make and model number and open the 2 cabinet doors above your vent hood and take a picture of it and send it to me." And
All
he
right.
did.
What'd you find?
Well, I said, "Well, your venting was 6-inch duct when the specs call for 8-inch. So that might have something to do with it."
Completely restricted.
Yeah, somewhat. So I said, "You've got some restriction going on, but, that can be fixed." He said, "Can you fix it?" I said, "Sure, I can. We'll put a new exterior damper on it, new elbow, and we'll get you squared away." So I get out there last week, and I start taking her apart, and I take the bottom boot off the top of the vent hood. The damper, you know what the damper
Right.
is, little,
yeah.
little window thing.
Right.
Taped closed.
Taped closed.
Tape closed from installation. Whoever put that vent hood up did not remove the tape off the damper, because when you get dampers, sometimes they're taped shut
Exactly.
to keep them from
Flopping around.
flopping around in shipment, I guess. But sure enough, I reached down because first thing I do is see if the damper's working. It wasn't working.
Sealed off.
It was sealed. Now, this is not the first time. This has happened too many times to count through the years. But I called him back and I said, "I'm not going to tear a new hole in your house today. I'm not going to do what I said I was going to do because I found the problem."
Well, it's kind of like if you put in a disposal, there's a knockout
If
In
you got the dishwasher
that the
drain
dishwasher
coming.
hooks to. If you don't do that, then your dishwasher fills up with water.
I'll tell you a story about that one. I'm sitting in the floor doing another vent one day, right after they had remodeled their kitchen.
Yeah.
And the lady, she said, "Well, Lowe's is coming over here in a little bit to fix the disposer." I says, "Well, what's wrong with it?" She said, "No, she didn't say fix the disposer. She said fix the dishwasher.
Right.
It's not draining right." I says, "Really?" And I looked down and I said, "I know what's wrong with it." She says, "How you know?" I says, "Well, I've been down this road a time or two."
A couple of things.
And I said, "They didn't knock the knockout out." And she said, "What knockout?" And I explained to her the knockout.
Exactly.
And sure enough, Lowe's guy come over and I says, "Knockouts needs to be knocked out." And
Did he know what that was?
yeah, he did.
Oh,
that
okay.
guy did know. And he knocked it out and he was gone in, 5 or 10 minutes because it doesn't take anything, just one, little tap, tap. Of course, you got to get it out.
Yeah, do not let it drop down in the bottom of that
Yeah.
disposal.
If that knockout goes in, it's the size of a dime, a penny or a dime roughly, and it goes in the drain line and you just not, it's a knockout.
Little plastic.
Little plastic knockout. And if you leave that in the disposer, it's going to make some hellacious racket.
Well, that too, and you're going to have dirty dishwater all over the floor.
Yep. It's just crazy. But anyway, and we just explained 2 stupids.
Well,
And that this type stuff goes on frequently now. And sad, what I'm about to say, I really don't mean to pick on anybody, but we're 2 old guys. We've been around the block a time or two. We started in this field before batteries existed.
batteries?
Yeah, batteries. Batteries for tools.
Oh, no. You mean cordless batteries?
Cordless tools.
Yeah,
Batteries.
there were no cordless tools.
We had no cordless tools.
We had a brace and bit for drilling out the doorknobs out of the frames that we built on site, the cabinets that were built in the house. So most of Sherwood Forest was built by Hazel Craig, which was the Craig Dairy Farm, which reaches from Sharon-Amity to Sardis to Randolph. That's a lot of houses.
Yeah, there are a lot of Addison Park, Sherwood Forest kind of connect, don't they?
Yeah, all together.
Yeah, they're all together in there.
But 7 guys from Monroe who had never done anything but built houses. And those were my teachers.
And there were carpenters.
They were all
true thoroughbred carpenters.
But they would dig the footings. They would pour the
they would lay out the house.
They laid out the house. They laid the block for the foundation and the piers. They then framed it. They did the siding. They did the grading. They poured the concrete drives. They put concrete slabs under every bathroom. They put the shingles on. They hung the drywall and finished it out. They had a plumber putting on gutters because the plumber had a lead pot, and all of the gutters were galvanized and soldered because all the plumbing was cast iron.
Sure.
And they used the lead to seal all the joints.
Yep, lead and oakum.
Lead and oakum. That's exactly right.
See, as we talk, there's some plumbers out here that never use lead and oakum.
Well,
you ever poured a lead and oakum joint?
yeah.
Yeah, me too. That's why I called Mark and thinking about somebody in the industry that's been around as long as I have and been doing it. And how long you been doing it now?
Since 73.
So 50s, 53.
53 years.
I've been at 56, so we're right there together.
Yeah.
And to the point you just said about building, I'm not bragging. I'm not, but I'm very proud to go to the college that I went to. And what college did I go to? Charlotte-Mecklenburg College of Building. And out in the field, day to day. Started the day I walked out of high school.
Yeah, I started much earlier than that.
Well, I started my construction career at that date. I didn't start I started playing with tools when I can't even remember how far. Well, like you.
Yeah.
You grew up with your grandpa.
Right.
Using tools. And any man tells me he grew up on a farm right out of the gate, I know he's got tools experience.
Well, you know where everything comes from. How it's made.
Yep.
What it takes to do it.
Yep.
And you don't...
But you had great mentors.
Yes.
Great leaders.
Absolutely.
And those don't exist anymore.
On both sides of my family.
Exactly. And that doesn't exist anymore. My father, electrician, could do anything.
My grandfather was electrician, put in the entire emergency pull system for the fire department in Winston-Salem.
Wow.
He had a third grade education and 9 children.
No, he didn't. That's something that gripes me when people say, I have no education. You cannot live every day in America without educating yourself. You got to communicate. You got to pick up things. You got to coexist with life and all it throws at you. How in the world can you do that every day and not be educated? I mean, relatively speaking. For example, superintendent of public schools in Charlotte-Mecklenburg at a meeting one day told me I needed to be teaching.
Right.
Come up and grabbed my hand and says, why aren't you teaching? I looked at him and laughed, and I says, for one thing, I've never been to college. I don't have a degree. He says, son, you got a degree. You got a PhD.
I get the third degree a lot.
Yeah. But he told me that day, he said, you got a PhD.
Yeah.
And you've learned it the hard way.
I see.
You've earned it out in life. And that's to my point. If you're out and you're living life to the fullest with purpose and servitude and serving God every day, you can't help but educate yourself.
Well, I spent a lot of time in the library.
Yeah.
Research.
Yeah, but now we got YouTube. The thing about YouTube is, and this is to my point about in today's world, you got 40-year-old project managers out there that have never done half their job responsibility.
Oh, I have no field experience at all.
That's my point.
Charlotte-Mecklenburg now hires building inspectors. They give them a 6-week course and say, you're an inspector now.
And that's a fact.
And then they want to argue with me on the job of whether it's up to code. When they're calling their boss and says, I don't know about this, what should I do? So they turn down 100 projects. So they're the biggest stoppage of construction in the city.
I don't talk about it much because that's an area that out of control.
Out of control.
Totally out of control.
Completely.
And it's due, here's that bad word again, to stupid. Am I right or wrong, Mark? Help me here. It's ignorance. It's ignorance.
It's ignorance.
It's not stupid. It's just pure ignorance.
Because you can't fix stupid.
Mark, we've got to figure it out. We've got to figure it out because it's...
But you can educate people. You can show them what. And the best way to motivate anyone is to relate it to something practical in their daily life. If anybody has a reason to do something, they will do it.
Yeah.
That's the whole attraction.
We never learn anything, and I say this every week, and I'll say it again this week. You never learn anything till you apply it.
Exactly. And if you don't know how to apply, like...
How can you learn?
I took algebra. I had no idea why I was doing algebra and geometry. I use it every day.
You use it without even realizing you're using it.
Exactly. But had that teacher, and I had some good teachers at East Mecklenburg, made it more relative to daily life, I would have been all over it.
They want to know how it applies.
Exactly. If you have an application for something, you have an immediate desire to know about it.
And you feel darn good when you complete it.
Exactly.
And you step back and say, look what we did.
I can look through this city. I've done over 90,000 service calls and projects in Charlotte, Mecklenburg in the last 3 years.
And we hadn't even talked about what he does yet.
Well, not as much as I did.
Well, we don't do as much, but we do as much as we can.
We do. I do. I still got a crew.
We'll talk about it, but I got to take a little break here and pay some respects to our sponsors, which we could not do what we do around Put Tools in Schools and About Your House without our sponsors. And let's talk about Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions. How many foundations you've seen cracked and split? Bunches. Big problem. And today it's more of a problem than ever before because contractors out there aren't taking the time to pour the footings correctly. We talked about inspection. Well, it was past inspection.
But how thorough was that inspection?
How thorough is it? We're not going to get into that, but the point is we got foundation issues. We got slab issues, slab sinking. We got crawl space invasive water issues. Well, Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions, your one-stop shop. They'll take care of whatever the case may be. That's rhinoliftfoundations.com. I'd give them a call, look them up, call them up, set your appointment online. If you've got foundation issues, doors that don't close, that want to stick, cracks in your drywall above a corner of a door or window, cracks in your brickwork, slab sinking, cracks that you can feel through your carpet, all those can be repaired, fixed to your satisfaction and beyond using Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions. Give them a call. Go online, rhinoliftfoundations.com. That's rhinoliftfoundations.com. And don't forget our people at Kilo Exterminating. You know old Kilo Exterminating very well. Mark's been around, like I say, a long time. Kilo's been around since 1939. There's a family, 3 generations of, family that's ran a great, successful exterminating pest control business called Kilo. Go online, kilo.biz, and ABS insulating, open cell, closed cell foam, attic encapsulations, upfitting of insulation, air seal programs. They got you covered. If you're looking for greater comfort, less energy bill, you need to call ABS Insulating and see what they can do to fix your house to give you that more comfort and less energy bill. They've got it covered. They know their industry very well. Matter of fact, 2 weeks from today, they're going to be on the program. It's been a while. I look forward to it. And let's don't forget their gutter division. They can handle any gutter repair, new gutters, old gutters, barrel gutters, gutter protection, downspout replacement from standard builder grade downspouts to jumbo downspouts, which I would highly recommend to handle your water. Water's your enemy. That's absinsulating.com. Give them a call. Got Mark Sprinkle in the house, a tradesman, a handyman, a builder, repairman. What else are you?
I do a lot of estimation and bidding and design consulting.
What have you done? I met you it's been 30, going on 40 years.
Have you ever seen the city council room, the chambers there
I've seen them on video.
on TV when they.
Uh-huh.
Well, my company put that in.
They did.
Absolutely, I got from Wendell White. I got a autographed picture for my installation there.
Wow.
Have you ever been in what used to be the First Union Tower?
I've been in it, but I didn't.
All the elevator lobbies, all the millwork was installed by my company. Have you ever been to Providence Plantation?
Oh, many times.
All the millwork on the outside and the millwork on the inside was put in. There's 5 miles of crown molding on the outside of Providence Country Club's main building. So we've done some big ones. We've done some little ones.
What did you call your company?
Handyman Services. Still.
You had I remember you had a big old van.
I did. I had a big old moving van that I got from Goodwill. They had retired the truck. It was a inline 6 with a stick.
What was it? A Ford, Chevy? What?
It was a Ford. It was a Ford. And I had a workshop built into the back of it.
Yeah, I know. And I remember the van.
Big yellow van with Handyman on the side as big as a wall.
Yep. You're one of the few people I've met through the years that did basically what I did.
Yeah.
And you did whatever came to you that you felt like you could do.
In the 80s, we were doing 3 to 5 room additions at a time. I had a crew of 40 men. We're down to 4 now.
Where'd you get your men?
I got them all out of the double door. They were out of work musicians.
I got a good friend, Joe Jones. You've met Joe, I bet.
Maybe.
You probably have because you were a big double door fan.
Right.
You were big into music.
Yes, I went to East Carolina for music.
Really?
Yeah, I was a voice major.
You sang?
I still do sing, yes.
That's the one thing that I wish I would have learned.
Sing for us, Mark, right now.
What's that?
Sing something.
Sing something?
No, I'm joking.
Golly, Ray.
Well, it's great you can sing that. That's a great talent.
We did barbershop quartets. My family was a a cappella gospel.
Oh, wow.
Gospel thing. We went to little mountain churches. My dad was a relief preacher. And so the sprinkles, all the sprinkles, and there's Golly, Ray. One reunion, there were 268 aunts, uncles, and cousins, and so forth at the reunion.
Wow.
So it was a big family, but every single one of them could sing. And so growing up, I had no idea what tone deaf meant. I thought everybody could sing. I had no idea.
One thing I wish I would have learned.
Yeah?
Because my voice is so deep and loud.
Yeah.
And
my mom, sitting on her lap in church, pointing the notes out to read music by the time I was, 7 years old?
wow.
Crazy.
Went to church every Sunday.
Oh, you did not miss church. You could be dying, but you were going to church. It was good.
It's good.
It was all family.
Teaches you values.
It was all family. It was really good.
That's what it's all about right there. Well, that's great. When did you start your business?
November 73.
What created that start? Do you remember?
I was driving a delivery truck. I had just come back from Florida. I was working as a sous chef for Marriott and got tired of the restaurants. And driving a truck for Charles Smith Office Supply, which is now gone. And they cut me back to 3 days a week. Well, I had to make the rent, so I bought a $3.50 rubber stamp. I got some scrap paper out of the trash can. Didn't have a car, just a bicycle. And walked all the way around. I lived in right there beside where Charlottetown Mall used to be. What's the name of that area? Do you remember?
Cherry.
Cherry. I was living in Cherry.
Yeah.
And so I walked as far as I could and put my name and phone number, Handyman Service, Mark Sprinkle, and the phone number. And that's how I started, washing windows and cleaning gutters.
Sounds familiar.
As far as I could carry a ladder. And then I got my deluxe first truck, which was an old postal tricycle delivery with a 2-cylinder own-end engine and hand-lettered Handyman Service on the side. And I was in business. I was convinced. Went to Queen City Lumber. Did not have any financial or anything, but I had been delivering to the accounting office. I said, Doug, I got a job, but I can't afford the material. Can you help me out? He says, go down there and get what you want and pay for it at the end of the month. And that's
That's how you opened
My
it?
first account.
Right. Mine
And-
was Queen City Audio Video, Queen City TV at that
Yeah.
time.
Is that Chip player?
Chip's no longer with Queen City.
But Chip and his dad, Woody.
Yeah, Chip, his dad, Woody. Well, Roddy was in the studio here, 2-3 weeks back?
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago.
So we go a long way back.
Oh, we do.
Arthur Smith Studios and Tommy Faye.
Oh, yeah, over on Monroe Road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy. Did my first recording there.
So you're recording music.
Well, I was still a boy soprano. I was a boy soprano until halfway through my sophomore year.
Wow.
5'3", 86 pounds. I was a brute. But, I still connect with all my high school people. It's really nice to have a home feeling like that.
Yeah, well, this is home for both of us, even
Right.
though you got here when you were young.
Right.
But you've grown up in Charlotte and seen everything that we've seen together.
I've seen a lot of change.
And you, for example, the Neve Supply.
Right.
You bought several things.
They're
at the
still in
Neve.
business.
Oh, yeah, down on South Trine.
South Trine, yeah.
Yeah, South Trine. And that's something that I've told many times on the air. In 1956, the city limit sign on South Tryon was about 50 yards beyond Clanton Road.
Was it?
Yeah, headed out of town.
Wow.
Yeah, because I lived in Clanton Park. That's where I was raised, in Clanton Park. Now they call it the extension of Revolution Park. They've changed the name from Behringer Drive to Revolution Park Drive.
Right.
Why?
I don't know.
Well, because the stupid city we live in renamed it when history buffs know what Behringer was.
I have no idea.
Osmond Behringer. Osmond Behringer donated the land of the city of Charlotte for Revolution Park.
Oh.
So
Well,
they named a street after him, Behringer Drive. And there's across the street from Revolution Park, which is down there by the swimming pool, there's another old subdivision.
right.
And there's a road in there called Osmond Drive after him.
Oh,
He had the first automobile ever delivered to Charlotte.
Wow.
It was a 1903 Oldsmobile steamer.
wow.
Now, see the history in that. Now, how many people know that? You didn't know that history.
I didn't know that.
See, and then they go change the name from Behringer to Revolution Park. And why'd you take the namesake away from the street? I don't, But anyway.
It's confusing, for sure.
But I was raised there, and then we moved to Windsor Park when I was 15 and a half, almost 16.
So I started at Paul Creek,
Mm-hmm.
and then we moved to Unica Avenue, which
Yeah.
is where Walmart is now,
Yeah.
Pearson Drive.
Mm-hmm.
And from there, then I went to Oakhurst,
Yeah.
and then we moved back to Winston to be with my grandpa, and then moved back to Charlotte and went to East Mecklenburg. So it's amazing. So East Mecklenburg, were we more responsible then? I don't understand, because I was a
Yes, we
school
were.
bus driver.
Yes, we were.
I was a school bus driver. 2 weeks after I got my driver's license, I got my school bus driver's license and drove all 3 years. That was my part-time job in high school.
Drive a school bus.
16 years old. And almost didn't reach the pedals.
Now, you just said something that triggered something. And, folks, we're going to talk a lot of old stuff today and talk about some history, whether you like it or not. We're going to do it. We talk about our kids and construction and labor shortage and the lack of knowledge around construction. Kids, children, young adults can get their driver's license at 16.
Right. In South Carolina, you can get your driver's license at 14.
Yeah. But in North Carolina, labor laws, you can't go on a construction site until you're 18.
Really?
Now, yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. And they even set up a tent or a table, vendor table at career days in Charlotte Mecklenburg schools and explain to you how you can't be on a construction site until you're 18 unless you join an apprenticeship, a pre-apprenticeship program.
Is there one of those?
Oh, yes, many. They're becoming more popular. But here's my point. You can sign a note for college.
Right.
get a loan without your parents
Right.
before you're 18.
Right.
But you can't get on a construction site until you're 18.
And you can carry a rifle, but you can't drink.
Yeah, and you carry a rifle, you can't drink, and you can own a car when you're 16.
Right.
And you can kill people with this car.
Well, let's hope not.
Well, but you know what I'm talking about.
Let's hope not.
But yet, they can't be on a construction site. Now, that wasn't always the case, as you and I both know coming up.
Well, we all had industrial arts in our junior high.
Shop class. Oh, absolutely.
7th grade, you took industrial arts and you took it for 3 years.
Yep.
That was part
If
of...
you were lucky.
Well, that was part of the curriculum then.
Right. Yeah.
Now, I don't know what the curriculum is now. I don't think there is one.
There is no shop.
No shop.
In Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools, there's only 4 carpentry programs, and I might be off, but they're very minimal at best. We got a great teacher out at Independence High School, phenomenal teacher called Keith Olson.
Yeah.
Now, if we could replicate Keith Olson in the schools in Charlotte-Mecklenburg, we'd have something.
So did you hear what Mike Rao said about trade?
Mike Rowe. Yeah.
Mike Rowe?
Oh, yeah.
He went to a graduation of high school students and said, if I told you that you could start a job as an electrician and in 6 months have your certificate and get trained on the job and make $75,000 a year in the first year with no loan, would you do it? None of the kids raised their hand.
I know.
200 men.
I know.
He said, if I told you could do it for 2.5 years, get your general contractor's license to be an electrician and make $300,000 a year, would you do it? Nobody raised their hand.
They haven't been told or explained the benefits of the career pathways, using your hands, your mind, critical thinking.
For the last 30 years, working with your hands has been looked down upon.
Exactly. They put it
you're
in
ignorant and you're stupid.
It's less than. They've glorified education to the point right now of its status quo. If you don't have a college degree, you're nothing. Well, that's changing big time.
For sure.
We're in a transition. But now here's something else that's happening. And I knew it would happen. The money grab. How many trade schools do you think there are in Charlotte?
I have no idea that there are any.
There's 3. I would call 3. There's one actual school called Aspire Trade High School. It's up in Huntersville.
Right.
It's Beatty's Ford Road and Hambright up there.
I saw one of those in Daytona.
Yeah, well,
same name.
Well, this is called Aspire Trade High School. And then we've got The Rock, Recovering Opportunities in Construction over on Allegheny across the street from Philip O'Berry High School.
Right.
That might be considered a trade school. Then you got CPCC.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I got a lot of training from there.
A lot of people do. And frankly speaking, it's been a good resource for trades.
I took architectural drafting. I took critical path management of construction sites. I took accounting, all of Central Piedmont.
Right.
And I did it while I was working.
Yep. You can.
And I got a great background.
But when you talk to that is a great, you got a great background from childhood.
Right.
You're very fortunate and blessed, like myself. We grew up with men.
We did.
Real men who knew what tools were.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, my father spent, 3.5 years in the Kwajalein Islands being an airplane mechanic, which he had 6 weeks of training and they shipped him out.
But he also had engineer background.
Well, he got out of the service after the war and he went to NC State and became a certified engineer. He was head of PENC. He was treasurer for PENC for at least 10 years.
Gotcha.
So smart. Unbelievably. My dad was had a brilliant mind.
You know, the funny thing is we all do. We all do. God made us that way. But the problem is, someone came in here last week and talked to me, said, you know, it's a funny thing in our school system. You go to kindergarten, you go in the classroom with kindergarten, And there's Legos, Tootsie Toys, building blocks.
Right.
There's all these things.
And kids love those building blocks.
They love it.
They do.
But then you go to first grade. Where'd it go? Where'd all that mess go? They've taken it away. That's the dumb down start.
And it's a damn shame that kids are stressed in first grade, too.
Yeah. I mean, you got
6 years old.
that's what we're dealing with now. They take all the creativity. We are creative geniuses when we're born. All of us.
Just a sponge for everything.
Everything. My 4-year-old you got grandchildren?
5.
5? How old are they?
3 of them are 7, and 2 of them are
3 of them are 7.
3 of them. Well, we got boy-girl twins,
Oh, gotcha.
and then we got Mr. Aiden, and his math skills are off the hook, but he's not getting any reading skills. Not in the school he's in.
No, they don't teach you to read. I got this. We have these workshops over here at the Toolbox every Saturday morning. We get anywhere from 1 kid to maybe 5, maybe 6 children that come in here. And the children will vary from age 7 to 17.
Right.
And they come in here and we just introduce them to tools.
Right.
Hands-on engagement with some activity. And it doesn't have to be anything extravagant or, detailed, just because these kids, for example, Saturday, had an 8-year-old second grader come in here. His name is Zaire. And Zaire had never picked up a screwdriver in his life. He's second grade.
Right.
And I gave him a receptacle. A duplex receptacle, which is a plug-in in the wall receptacle, and electrical device. And I explained to him what a straight tip screwdriver was, and what a Phillips was, and how it engaged the screw, righty tighty, lefty loosey.
Exactly.
Explained clockwise to him. And as I was explaining to him, his father was right there as well.
Exactly.
47-year-old gentleman. He was just as captive and interested as Zaire was, the second grader. Why? He didn't know the difference at 47.
Right.
So he was captivated by this. This is a good story. And those are the only 2 that showed up Saturday along with my buddy Roosevelt Pitts. And we were sitting there talking to this second grader, but like I said, I was talking to his father too. And Zaire was really intrigued. Hour and a half, he did not put those tools down. He did not put that receptacle down. And I had some wire to explain how to do clockwise around the screw.
Exactly.
Do not use the stab locks in the back.
No.
Never. See, I knew you would know that. Never. But, and at the end of the day, I did a little video with him. And the whole time I was doing the little videos explaining, what we were doing, he wouldn't put the screwdriver. He was still tinkering with the...
Still going for it.
Still going for it. He built him a little robot man, with the wires coming down and the arms and legs. Just this, you could tell his little mind was working. When he got home that afternoon, he sent me a thank you. Well, his father sent me a text thanking me.
Right.
And he said, and Zaire told me to tell you he liked playing at the Toolbox a lot more than he likes his iPad. That's strong.
They can see something they've done and completed. That makes all the difference in the world.
That's
empowerment.
As big of a compliment as you can receive. If they like that more than the iPad, kids are addicted to that stuff now.
They really are. Matter of fact, that's the problem. I got rules when you come in this place. No iPhones, no earbuds, no hoodies, and you will not argue.
Well, there's a tough one.
You won't argue. It's like, I tell you, when I go to these career days, I'll set up a 4x6 and let them drive nails in it.
Right.
Just drive. And why is it the guys think they can drive a nail in one stroke?
I don't know.
But they do. They come up and, can I hit it with one stroke and drive it in? I said, no. You mean I can't try? No, you can't do it.
Yeah.
If I can't do it, you can't do it. What makes you say that? Maybe I'm stronger than you. It has nothing to do with strength.
No.
It has everything to do with the friction and that nail going in that wood, and you cannot do it with one stroke. Oh, I've had that argument here in the past 2 months at least 20, 30 times. They come up wanting to drive that nail in on one stroke. Can't do it.
What does he accomplish with that? It's like ringing the bell at the fair?
I guess. That and young men, young boys, wanting to demonstrate their manliness, I guess. But at any rate.
Or strength.
Or strength. You can't do it with a 16-ounce hammer.
No.
Can't do it. 28-ounce, maybe. Now, the difference between a 16-ounce hammer and a 28-ounce hammer is what, Mark?
The difference between? Probably the head.
Well, it's the head, but the framing hammer.
The weight.
The weight. And 28 ounces is a framing hammer.
Right.
People that don't know about carpentry don't even know that.
So framing hammers have waffle heads.
True framing hammers? Yep, sure do.
So the nail doesn't slip off.
Or you can make that nail go where you want it to go.
Pretty much.
Yep. Don't hit your finger.
Wrong nail.
It hurts. That hurts. Yeah. And, now people don't know how to use hammers. Everything's pneumatic.
So I'm going through my dad's tools, and I pull out a box, and I open it up, and it's a box of hammers. Just hammers. There were at least 15 different hammers in that box. And I go over to my shop and open up my box of hammers, which has got at least 15 different hammers from the hammers that he had in his box. I mean, that's 30 different hammers.
Yep, and they all have a purpose.
All completely distinctive. There was one specifically for pounding out cars when they were sheet metal.
Gotcha, yeah. Was it flat? Big flat head?
Flat on one side.
Yeah.
And then it had a shape on the other side. There's a ball peen hammer. There's a waffle head hammer. There's a 10 bender's hammer.
What about a slate roofing hammer?
Didn't have one.
Or a drywall hammer.
The drywall hammer.
Yeah. I've got a collection too. Yeah, you like a hatchet.
Like a hatchet on one end and flat on the other.
Yeah, got two little old one where you
got a clip in it for popping a nail out if you need to.
Yeah, I got one.
But 30 hammers.
Yeah.
All different for a different purpose. Mm-hmm. Tack hammers, magnetic hammers.
Yep.
Trim hammers.
And we have all those hammers out here in the toolbox.
Oh, yeah.
To teach. I
really want to see this program take off. I think this is an incredibly great idea to teach children what hand tools are.
Well, Mark, the funny thing is, our age, who are the children?
Grandkids.
The children I'm dealing with now are not only the students and kids, but the fathers.
Yeah.
If you're 50 years old and younger, sorry to tell you, but many of you have been dumbed down without tools.
Well,
unfortunately, and we proved it right here on the show many times, just doing what we're doing right now in conversation.
Right.
And that gentleman Saturday, the father of that Zaire, 47 years old, did not know the difference between the two different screwdrivers and what I had to say about. He never knew any facts about receptacle, electricity, anything.
Like the grandson, I've got a little small pocket drawer in my garage at home.
Right.
I pulled it out and explained to him there were like 25 different hand tools in there.
Yeah.
And explained to him exactly what each one was for and how it was used. He was enthralled.
And probably just sit there and play with the tools for
hours.
Yeah, hours and hours.
Hours.
They're just like toys. Anyway, let me take a minute here and pay my respects to my sponsors. That once again, I'm so grateful for without them, we could not do this show. Every week, right here on Fox Sports Charlotte, 9 to 11, every Saturday morning, we download the show. Do it live every Tuesday morning between 10 and 12. YouTube Live, Facebook Live. Tune in, turn on, and learn as we do every week. This week, Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. Every house has floors in them. Yep, floors. You walk on them. What do you want on them? Carpet, LVP, oak. The most popular floor in Charlotte, what would that be, Mark?
LVP, I would say.
Most popular floor in Charlotte's wood.
It is?
Yeah, wood floor.
Still using wood?
Oh, yeah, big time. Whether it be Pre-finished, sanded, installed, engineered hardwood, whatever the case may be. Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte's got you covered. They bring the showroom to you, right? Mobile showroom. Look them up. Yourflooringteam.com. Set your appointment. Discuss what you may want. They'll bring it to you. If you don't know what you want, that's okay. They'll bring it to you and help you out. Stair treads, new stair treads, custom rugs, bonded rugs. If it's flooring, Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte's your go-to store. Go online, yourflooringteam.com. Garage Door Doctor. Charlotte's turned into a garage door haven. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, every house has at least one.
Yeah, and the fact is, when we grew up, there were no garages in Charlotte. No, you rarely saw a garage. At any rate, today, not the case. They're everywhere. Garage Door Doctors and got you covered. Same-day service. Great products, great selection, great staff. All technicians are certified, trained, ready to go. That's GarageDoorDoctor.com. You can give them a call, 704-705. That's 704-705-8444. GarageDoorDoctor.com. Then our premier guest, Queen City Home Store. Queen City Home Store since 1952. Woody Player and family, God bless his soul, brought a great company to Charlotte. The Player family has been very instrumental in so many things and such a giving company, and we appreciate their support here. But if you're looking for home furnishings, be it furniture, bedding, audio, video, appliances, the best in the industry, that's Queen City Home Store. Go online, queencityonline.com. Call corporate 704-391-6000. Queen City Home Store. They've got everything you need to make that home everything you want it to be. That's queencityonline.com. Today, I got Mark Sprinkle in the house talking about, well, whatever we want to. If it's got something to do with fixing your house, handyman, remodeling, building, we got it.
We have it.
We have it.
We're still doing it.
Yep, both of us still active in the trades and still doing our thing.
Well, it's been good for me.
So you're a handyman service?
Yes, since '73.
Do you need business? The reason I ask, because I get calls all the time.
Right.
Ray, who could you refer me to? And Mark, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I know all the handymen I knew are going away.
They are.
And I've got one called Rob Chisholm. You know, you may have known his brother. I can't think. Rob and his brother did drywall work.
Okay.
And for many, many, many years. Rob still does. And they were both NARI members at one time. You joined NARI way back, did you?
Way back.
And that's another, I think I probably recruited you, talking to you.
I'm not sure how I got hooked into that. But.
Well, I probably brought it up because I was the first president and, you know, I was also the first executive director.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Did not know.
Well, you had to be involved. You had to be an employee of a company. And a lot of things happened back then, did a lot of shifting back in 1990, 91. That's when we chartered NARI here in Charlotte. At any rate, wherever we might have met, what were we talking about?
Work. Getting work.
Oh yeah, you handyman. That's
handyman,
what I was.
That's right.
I want to refer you if you want me to.
That will be fine. We're only doing small repairs now.
Good.
And all small repairs.
Did you hear that, folks?
Just small repairs.
Just small repairs, because one of the things I get all the time, you think it's too small for them to want to do it?
No, we do all small things.
I got a call yesterday morning and a picture. Love that technology. Send me a picture of 2 cabinet doors that need to be cut off like 3/4 of an inch.
Right.
That's a small job.
So my deal is, if you call my number, it refers directly to my cell phone. If you send me a text and a picture, when I call you back, I can tell you how much it would cost.
Do your trucks have mini table saws on them?
No table saws.
No, I was just curious.
I've got a portable table saw.
I'm sure you got a table saw.
But usually I've got my shop.
Where's your shop now?
The shop is still at over in Chantilly.
Really?
Still there.
You still got that place?
I've got it up for sale, and I'm moving my shop to my home.
Because I remember too, we were going into that because I remember
My shop is full blown, and I make
You live
replacement
there?
parts. Well, I did. We moved out a year and a half ago.
Oh,
I
really?
have a house now.
So you were there that long?
I bought the building in '79. No,
Wow.
yeah, no, not 70. 95 I bought that. But it's full blown. I've got shapers, routers, all air equipment, cut-off saws, table saws, band saws, a lathe, drill press. All that
We
kind of
got every bit of that right back here over
Right.
the corner. I'm really anxious to get it going.
It'll be good.
It'd be
I think
great.
it's a great idea.
Well, it's needed badly.
Right.
We've got to start somehow, some way. We've got to get our kids, our students, male, female, I don't care. It doesn't matter. We've got to put tools back in their hands. Creativity. Let them create things, build things, feel good. When you finish a job,
You see what you've completed.
it gives you so much good feeling.
I can still drive around Charlotte and see handrails on the outside of people's houses, specialty stuff. A lighthouse on Lake Wiley, still standing.
You built a lighthouse?
It's still standing. It's still standing.
That's down off Shopton Road, isn't it?
Actually, it's at Lake Wiley.
Well, I know Lake Wiley, but Lake Wiley, Shopton Road.
It's
goes down.
Mills Creek.
What?
Mill Creek
Okay.
in Lake Wiley.
Gotcha.
But I built that 40 years ago.
Right. What's your favorite thing to do? You have a favorite?
I think making wooden parts.
Woodworking.
Yeah,
I think woodworking would be your.
that'd be my favorite for sure.
Yeah. People ask me all the time, what's kids,
Right.
when I go to a career day, they say, what trade are you in?
Right.
I say, what do you want me to be in?
What do you want me to do today?
Yeah, what do you want me to be in? People,
I do a whole lot of restoration pieces
right.
where they'll bring me in an antique and I'll match the veneer and match the finish or take stains out of furniture.
You like doing that still?
I do. I have a mobile kit for repairing furniture that I do for a moving company here in town.
Right.
They get a scratch on it and I go out and I can do it on site.
I'm glad you came over today. See, like I told you folks, I hadn't talked to Mark in probably 20 years.
20 years, I would say.
It would be about 20 years up until I called him about 2-3 weeks back.
Right.
Asked him to be on the show. And the reason he's on the show is because, well, we copy each other a lot. We've done a lot of the same
And didn't
thing.
know it.
Well, I knew after talking to you and knowing your background that you were capable of pretty much everything.
Yeah.
And good at it. Did you train any of your workers?
I've got about, I would say 30, 35 proteges.
Yeah, you're like,
That's my biggest success.
doesn't that make you feel good?
I'm so proud of that. It doesn't mean money. It means that
You
I've
made a
given
difference.
somebody something.
You made a difference
I made
in
a
somebody's life. Yesterday, I got a call. I was in the shower. I got a call and called him back. And it was a gentleman. His name was Devin. He says, Mr. Terry, I wanted to call you and thank you.
Yeah.
I says, really? He said, yeah, I wanted to thank you for your inspiration and guidance. He said, you don't remember me probably, but about 4 or 5 years ago, I met you and you talked to me about being an electrician.
Right.
And I'm a late bloomer. I'm in my 40s. I was in my 40s.
Right.
I'm 47 now. He says, but I'm on that journey. And he said, I wouldn't have made that journey if you hadn't talked to me.
That's great.
And those are
That makes it worthwhile.
that just feeds the fire.
It really does.
Fuels the fire. If you can make a difference. And there aren't people like that much anymore. Matter of fact, another gentleman told me, he says, Ray, I really appreciate you sharing your knowledge.
Yeah.
Your knowledge, your abilities, and your space and your time. But that's all we got now, isn't it?
Well, encouragement means the world.
Inspire them. Well, we're up against the clock here. We got about a minute left in the show, and first hour of the show. We're going to take a break here shortly, top of the hour break. And when we get back, we'll do hour number 2. I got Mark Sprinkle in the house, and you got any kids?
No.
You ever had any kids?
I've got,
I know you got a lot of people that you call kids. You just said that.
well, my wife has 3 kids and all of them have kids.
Gotcha.
So I got grandkids. They all
Right.
call me Pawpaw, so I guess they're mine.
You got it. I'm Granddaddy Ray.
Yeah,
That's what Dallas calls me. Granddaddy Ray. Come on, he loves tools.
yeah.
He loves tools. Your kids love
They're
tools.
always bringing me, can you fix this, Pawpaw?
And you say, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, let's
Let's
fix
go do it.
Let's fix it. We got it.
Yeah.
All right, you're listening to About Your House on Fox Sports Charlotte, 9 to 11 every Saturday. Got Mark Sprinkle in the house talking tools. Talk tool time with Mark and Ray. Hour number 2 coming up. We'll talk to you then.
Hour number 2, Mark Sprinkle sticking around with us, a tradesman. He's going to be talking more about the industry with Ray, more about his story and what the future of the industry might look like. About Your House is brought to you in part by PutToolsInSchools.org, connecting students to tools of the trades and raising awareness of the many career pathways. About Your House is also brought to you in part by Queen City Home Store. Queen City Home Store is a family-owned store that's been serving the Carolinas for over 70 years. They're the largest independent appliance retailer in the Carolinas, constantly growing and taking pride in the experience. They offer customers with a knowledgeable sales staff, product selection, and lowest price guarantee. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some time with us. And now, here's your host, Ray Terry.
Hour number 2, good to be back. Got Mark Sprinkle in the house talking tools, talking creativity, talking construction, talking, hey, what we've done for quite a few years, over 55 years collectively.
Right.
Well, actually, you got over 100 years between us.
That's right. Over 100 years. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
The thing,
crazy.
I never thought when I was 21 years old that I would start a company and still be running it at 74.
You know, you've been in business a long time, self-employed, basically.
I call it self-unemployed because every time you finish a job, you're looking for one.
Yeah, there you go. Kids ask me at these career days, do you own a business? I said, I've owned 4.
Right.
And they said, really? They find that amazing. And, you know, one thing they don't teach in school, they teach the word entrepreneur to kids. You hear that a lot. What are you going to be when you get out of high school? I'm going to be an entrepreneur. That word is abused. Entrepreneur. What does entrepreneur mean? It means a business person, right?
I don't know. I thought entrepreneur was just a self-starter.
Self-starter in business.
Well,
But basically.
in anything.
Exactly.
In anything.
Exactly.
To be able to take an idea and
Yep.
manifest it into a career.
Yeah.
That's an entrepreneur.
Yeah. Exactly. So why are we using that word so freely when that's life? Right?
Well,
I mean, if you go
It
out and
is.
earn a living, you're somewhat of an entrepreneur, aren't you?
well, I was in business for 8 years. Had 3 trucks and about 12 guys working for me. My mom looks at me and she says, Mark, when are you going to get a real job? And I said, Mom, I got 12 employees and 3 service trucks. I think that it. She said, no, one where you get a check every week.
See how we've been brainwashed into
I
certain status quo?
8 years, Mom. I have my own company. And 8 years was a long time ago
Yeah. Right.
because I started in 73.
Right.
But she taught me how to refinish furniture. And at age 7th grade, I had a Sears and Roebuck's guitar, the small one, stripped it down and refinished it. My first refinish, and I'm still doing that.
There's a challenge and an artistic creative side to furniture.
Right. You have to know your chemicals. You have to know the variance of solvents from soft to hard to hard to hardest, and which one cuts what. That you can't put this paint on top of that paint because it won't stick. That you can remove water stains just with a piece of dab of mineral spirits, and on your wooden furniture, just touch it, and that white circle will immediately remove. Small things like that.
Hacks.
Small things like that make it.
But you got to have the experience to get out there and learn these tricks. and practice these tricks.
And I find my customers are bringing their children in when I'm working. I did a small sink installation. All I was doing is connecting the drain lines.
Right.
And a guy had his 2 adult sons there. So I want you to show them how this works, how to do this.
See?
And they were
Wow.
enthralled. They said, yeah. I said, we're thinking about, starting a plumbing company. And then I said, how does this work? Which tickled that they were interested
Yeah.
and happy to show up.
Yeah. Does it bother you to show for people to watch you work?
It's got to be the best thing.
Yeah, people tell me I went down to told you I installed a downdraft range yesterday.
Right.
Her first day I went down there to pull the old one out so they could put new tops on.
Right.
They were standing over me looking. I mean, they were all, their heads were
In
all
awe.
and just say, well, we're just curious. Do you mind? I said, no, not at all.
No.
Matter of fact, I had one guy work for me. He says, Ray, I don't like people watching me work. I said, then you can't work for me. I says, why in the world would you have a bad feeling with people watching you? Why? It just makes me nervous. I said, if you're sure of yourself, you're not nervous.
For years and years, I have listened to, well, you're just a handyman. And
That's a biggie.
And I said, well, there's a lot of advantages to being just a handyman. I work for myself. If you're rude, I can walk away. I take vacations when I want to. I said, I'm not rich. Never got rich.
You wasn't doing it for the money.
Well, but I've been all over the world, traveled. I've covered just about every state in the United States. I've been to Italy. I've been to Holland. I've been to the whole Caribbean. My dad turned 72 and looked at me. He said, Mark, says, you never been much interested in work. I said, what do you mean? He says, well, you take 2 weeks here and a week there. It rains on Wednesday. You go visit the relatives with your buddies. You've been to the Sierra Nevadas to go skiing. You've been to Vermont to go skiing. He said, you've been everywhere. He says, the difference in you and me is you did not wait to enjoy your life. When you get to be my age, you'll be able to say, I've enjoyed my whole life. I didn't miss anything. I was not money motivated.
Right.
That was not why I was doing this. I was doing it for the freedom of it.
One of the things I tell people, kids, is if you chase money, you'll never be successful.
Well,
You might have money,
right.
but you won't have happiness
But
and
what kind of
contentment.
joy of life do you have?
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Yeah.
But if you have purpose and you're doing it for servitude and purpose, you have more of a different feeling about it. But we're not teaching our kids that,
No.
unfortunately.
Well, we're still here for the moment.
How do people get in touch with you?
Mostly, well,
You got a website?
no.
So you're old school,
They
which is great.
Google me. I'm Googleable.
What,
Whatever.
Mark Sprakel?
Under Handyman.
Handyman.
But I have 4 pages on Facebook.
Right.
I've got referral. I mean, I started working out for people's grandmothers, and now I'm working for their great grandkids.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
So,
And you got some, and the thing about it too, being a handyman and a remodeler, basically.
did a lot of remodels.
A lot. You probably did as much remodeling as you did anything.
When we did room
Outdoor.
additions in the 80s, I would actually draw the plans
Yep.
for the room addition,
Yep.
walk down to building standards, get the permit, go back, and then I had a whole in-house crew, electrician, plumber, brick mason, drywall, painter, in-house.
Now I'm going to ask you a question such as myself. You could ask me, was I ever a general contractor?
No.
I was not.
No.
Did I have my general contractor's license?
No.
Never did. Never will. Although I was certified remodeler under the NARI banner,
Right.
which is just as good as a GC license, they said. But the point is, and now that we're talking about this,
Right.
2 old farts here, 74, both of us. Neither one of us been GC.
No.
You ever built a house?
Yep.
How many room additions? Countless.
Golly, Ray. We were doing 5 and 6 at a time in the 80s.
we're a prime example of how the rules kind of get in the way somewhat.
Absolutely.
Rules are definitely obstacles in business.
Well, the problem is right now with the building industry is that the people that are monitoring it, building standards, are more interested in paperwork than completing the job.
And the money attached to the permit.
Because every paperwork, every failure you have on your permit
Money.
is more money.
Yep.
They're only interested in paperwork. They are not interested in safety or any other thing other than money.
Now, I'm not criticizing people for this. I'm criticizing our system.
Administration.
And here's where I'm going. Contractor's license. We've got more people getting contractor's license that has no business with contractor's license than ever before. Let me explain it. To be a contractor, all you need to do is pass the test,
Exactly.
have a certain amount of money in the bank, and get 3 recommendations from contractors.
And that amount of money is $20,000 in cash.
So you got to find $20,000 put in your bank account to prove you got $20,000 to back you up. You got to. People typically will go. It's why a lot of women are in construction. I'm not criticizing women in construction.
Tyler, too, great success.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of Rogers Construction. Wow.
Great success.
At Rogers. Tremendous. I'm not here, but what I am saying is that to get a contractor's license in the state of North Carolina, you have to pass a test, have X amount of money in the bank, and get 3 recommendations.
That's it.
Professional recommendations. That's it. To be an electrical contractor, you have to have 4 years in the field.
Exactly.
And the other trades are like plumbers, HVAC, they're just as stringent. You have to have said years experience to get those
A
licenses.
beautician has to have more field experience than a nurse
Yeah,
to get her license.
yeah. So you can do all that and become a contractor, a general contractor in the state of North Carolina. But yet, you've never, ever, prime example, architect. Barry Clemens. Remember Barry?
No.
Architect?
No.
Big company in Charlotte.
I've dealt with a lot of architects.
Well, architect.
Architect.
That's the name of the company.
Oh, yeah.
He came down here from New York.
Yeah.
He was in television production with ABC Television. Came down here and got his contractor's license. Barry couldn't tell you the difference between a pair of channel locks and an adjustable wrench.
My word.
That's the truth. Now, I'm not criticizing Barry or anyone else that plays the system, but just because you have a contractor's license doesn't mean you're anything special other than a contractor.
Well, financially healed. It's about money,
It's all about money.
not about experience.
It's not about experience anymore, and that's why we're living in lesser quality construction than ever before in the history of this country. And that's a fact.
It's crazy how things get by.
Yep. And it's a lot due to our education or education system. We're not teaching our kids or our students about hands-on, applicable, critical thinking skills.
It's been belittled for 30 years.
They made it a call pile in school, and this is happening today. When your kid can't sit there and pay attention, he's labeled trouble. We need to get him on medication.
No medication. Take away the
Medication
pills.
is a cash cow for the system. Can't you see how it's all rigged?
The boys cannot sit still. They have too much energy. They are boys.
They're kids. They're boys.
Boys can't sit still. You can't sit him down in a desk and, he'll go
Expect
through
him to
the
pay
operation in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And then he's ready to do something.
Yep.
Boys are active.
And they should be. Climb a tree, fall out the tree, get back up, and climb it again.
And some of the girls are the same way.
Yeah,
you
they're
don't need
kids.
pills at that age. You need patience and you need care.
And here's the bad part. You look at your kid, your child, and say, we're going to put you on some medication. Ring the bell, Richton?
Yeah, ring
So
bell.
you're declared a problem. So you're going to carry a problem with you Richton's a poster child right here. And
It's a poster child of messed up right here.
Oh,
you're
my
not
word.
messed up.
Oh,
You're not messed up
No,
anymore.
I'm messing with you.
The point is, did that not do something to you as a
Well,
boy?
I got off the ADHD meds because it was just
But when they put you on it, did it not make you feel lesser than?
a little bit. It made you feel more like a zombie and like emotionless.
Thank you.
right.
It's like
Exactly
It's
what it
basically
does.
like meth almost. It's like some of the ADHD.
I agree.
Meds.
My son
I
was
don't
on
think
it.
it's natural at all.
I took
Personally,
Ritalin
but
because my son took Ritalin. If he I knew I was ADHD because when it came to,
I wasn't smart enough to know I had anything.
well, I wasn't smart enough. I figured it out. Did you ever know Jack Davis?
I'm not sure.
He ran for mayor of Matthews. He's a great guy, contractor.
Right.
Jack H. Davis, construction.
The Myers is the only one I knew down there.
Got you. Anyway, Jack, one day I met with him up in his mountain cabin. We were talking about his son, Jason. And he went to the doctor that week and he was prescribed ADHD as having ADHD. And then in the conversation, his wife Joy and Jack looked at me and says, "Does all this ring a bell to you, Ray?"
Well,
Does all this ring a bell? And I said, "Yeah, I believe it does."
the whole thing has morphed into the pharmaceuticals. Our doctors now give them a pill. Give them a pill.
Yep.
They don't look at what you eat, whether you're sleeping or not, what your activities are. Just give them a pill.
Yep.
And that's their whole diagnosis. And that's not what health is about.
We have turned into a cash cow society.
That's it.
It's all about the money. They don't want you well. They want your money. And if you're well, you're no good to them.
Pretty much.
And it's sad but true. So, and our kids suffering enormously with that. We've got to change the system.
We got to take drugs out of kids.
Out of everybody. Yeah, there's some great medications, okay?
179 years of Pfizer has never created a cure for anything. Only a Band-Aid.
Masking the symptoms.
Treating symptoms, not the cause.
Yep, symptoms. Symptoms, it's just crazy. But anyway, back to our kids. That's a big issue.
For me, for sure.
It's a big issue, period. And for you and me both, because we've seen what it does.
Exactly. And it's like he said, it makes them zombies.
Well, my son, I talked to
you
him
can
one
usually
day.
tell the emotionless faces that people have who's on prescription pills and who's not.
And we don't want the Walking Dead in our schools.
Correct.
Not compounded by the other issues, that I've talked about a few with the earbuds, cell phones, and screens are hurting our kids too. And I say this every week too. And it's a shame. We've got to address it. But, for example, the Sayer last Saturday said he liked working with his hands better than he likes working with the iPad.
Yeah. I'm sure my grandson loves working with his dad, building stuff. The twins, both of them, even the little girl, she likes making stuff.
We all do.
I mean, it's
here's the sad fact.
It's part of your being.
It's God gave us that ability.
Right. My mom would say, "I'm not here to take care of you. I'm here to teach you how to take care of yourself."
Right.
And that's a biggie.
And if you want to do harm to your kids, do everything for them. Yep, that'll definitely set you up for complete failure with your children. And you can look at me, well, who are you to tell me that?
At our house, did you make your bed? You don't get breakfast, you make your bed. Are there any dirty clothes on the floor? Did you put them in a hamper? You ain't getting breakfast. And then you sit down to the table and you'd say, "I don't think I like that." My mom says, "Well, why don't you try next door?
Right.
See what they got." Instead of, "Oh, let me fix you something special."
What is it you want, honey? Oh, God. I watch it with my grandson.
I get criticized for that all the time.
My grandson, he'll go to the refrigerator and his parents, my son will say, "What do you want, son?" And if it gets him what he wants. No.
My grandma used to say, I said, "What are we having for dinner?" She said, "Food."
That's exactly. Right.
That's the menu. What we have.
Food, right.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
Whether you eat it or not, that's up to you. But
completely different mindset.
Well, we were cooking. We cook lunches these Saturday morning workshops. You know, we make lunch for the kids or whoever's with us.
All right.
And one little boy says, "I don't like that." I says, "Well, don't eat it."
There you go. Don't eat it.
I said, "Don't eat it." Well, what am I going to eat? Nothing.
something.
Well,
Exactly.
why? You mean I can't have anything to eat? You got it right there.
In front of you.
This exemplifies the home life.
Pretty much.
This tells me everything I need to know. What
You don't like the taste, hold your breath and swallow it.
Well, at our house, they would put 1 spoon of whatever you said you didn't like on your plate. And I said, 1 spoonful is not going to kill you.
Right.
I ended up liking everything.
Sure.
So we're having dinner one night, and I'm loading my plate and so forth. And my dad started to say, "I thought you said," my mom says, "Odell, be quiet." Be quiet. And we'd eat a whole helping of something that I previously didn't like because I wouldn't taste it.
Right.
After I tasted it, I learned something. Wait, man, that's pretty good. If you got any more,
Right. It's good for you, too.
it's good for you.
Yeah. Raised on a farm, your parents knew how to eat.
And garden.
Yeah. Do you ever do any gardening?
I have a hydroponic gutter system outside on the fence that
Right.
I'm putting it together now. It was at the studio, but I'm reassembling. And I have a window hydroponic. It's, I don't know, it was $40. And I have to clip it at least once a week because it'll outgrow the container.
Awesome.
It's crazy. $40. I got basil, parsley,
Herbs.
Serranto, chives, lavender, all in one little kit. It's amazing. Came with the seeds.
Wow. That's awesome. And it works.
It works great.
Well, let's talk sponsors here a little bit, if I may. ABS Insulating started as an entrepreneur. Hometown guy, Mr. Alan Hoppy. He created his company. Great company, I might add. Now today, it was bought out like a lot of companies around Charlotte, but kept the same service, same values, same professionalism they had when he ran it. And a great staff, very knowledgeable staff, great at what they do. All technicians are trained, certified, and they do a great job at giving you the comfort. If you're looking to remodel a new house, whatever it might be, and you're looking for options, in today's world, you have options when it comes to insulating. You need to know all the facts. Well, ABS Insulating is your go-to fact finder. No question about it. They've got the products, open cell, closed cell foam, air seal programs. They've got one thing I want to recommend, and I've talked a lot about, is attic encapsulation. If you've got a 2,000 square foot house, 2-story, that means your footprint's about 1,000 square foot. That's a small attic. And you'd be surprised on these hot summer days coming up how encapsulating your attic. Have you ever seen that?
Yes.
It works. And you can take an air conditioner that's pushing its guts out trying to meet the need when it can't, when you got a 150 degree attic above there and you got all your ductwork in the attic. Encapsulate that attic. The attic temp will never get higher than around 80 degrees.
Exactly.
That's right. And it works. And you'll have the comfort you want from your existing unit and more life. And it extends the life of the roof. ABS Insulating. Don't forget their gutter division. They got a gutter division to take care of any gutter problems you may have, be it maintenance, new gutters, gutter protection, downspouts, whatever the case may be. That's ABS Insulating, absinsulating.com. Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte. If it's LVP, LVT, oak hardwoods, doesn't matter what floor you want, carpet, commercial, residential, they bring the showroom to you. They've got mobile showrooms. They go to any part of Charlotte Metro you want. I know the name might throw you a curve, Floor Coverings International, Southeast Charlotte, but doesn't matter whether you're at Lake Norman, Lake Wiley, Gaston County, or Union County. Doesn't matter. They're going to bring the showroom to you. That's Floor Coverings International, your flooringteam.com. And then the folks at Queen City Home Store. Queen City Home Store just blew up. Not literally. Their stores. They got stores over both in South.
Hope not.
Both. They've got stores throughout North and South Carolina now, bringing any home furnishing you may need, be it furniture, furnishings, accessories, bedding, media, big TVs, appliances, whatever it is, Queen City Home Store's got you covered. Go online, queencityonline.com, or call the corporate office 391-6000. That's 704-391-6000. Been in Charlotte since 1952. Great price, great product selection. That's queencityonline.com. Today, I've got Mark Sprinkle in the house talking about, well, handyman tools. Two old-timers talking about our lives in the trades, what we've done, what we would like to see happen.
Absolutely.
Because it ain't working.
Not today.
Doesn't work anymore, folks. We've got to figure it out. Well, we're here. And, you know, people like you and me, we're going away.
Fast and furious.
We got today, though. You got us today.
We woke up. It was good.
A good day. Good day. But I got today, and I'm going to make the best of it. I'll give you something if you just pay attention. That's right. You messing with the lens, aren't you? I can see it focus. Yeah, I got Richton Cunningham, Richie Rich, over on the control board today. Yep, doing great things. How's Fox Sports coming over there, Rick?
It's good. Yeah, I was over there yesterday. Still good.
In studio?
What are you doing for them? They building a studio?
So
no, they just moved.
Yeah, they moved over.
Moved from South Boulevard out near.
It's up the street from Jackson Gills, across from the VA hospital,
where the old Coliseum used to be.
Up the street from the Coliseum. Yeah. So that's where it is now, and it's there in a building with Truist. So it's them, it's the studio, and a bunch of bankers. Basically, that's it.
Oh,
So what kind of construction background does our city council have? Is there anybody on there that's construction minded, or is it just spending tax dollars?
Spending tax dollars and frauding tax dollars.
It seems to me their policy on leadership is tax and spend. That's not
all
leadership.
About money.
That's not leadership.
No, we have no leadership in Charlotte.
I don't think so.
We don't. Bart Noonan, West Boulevard Ministries. God bless him. He is on a tear.
And Bart is who? Who is Bart?
Bart, he runs, he's the executive director or director of West Boulevard Ministries, is another nonprofit helping youth. Okay. Helping troubled youth on the west side.
Okay.
His father played for the 72 Miami Dolphins undefeated team.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes. And, but he is, like me, like you, we're fed up with our city right now.
No kidding.
Do you like what Charlotte's become?
Not at all. Not at all. It's completely
terrible.
Focused on how can I be a big shot? And that's where our politicians are coming from. They're more, it's worse than Congress. They're more interested in their campaign fund than they are in making reasonable decisions.
I would make a suggestion to anyone living in Charlotte that cares about this city, and I do care. Check the rap sheets on all the city council members.
Check the voting records.
Just check the history.
The last election we had, 13% of the voters turned out to vote in the midterms. That means 13% ruled for the other, 87%?
Yeah.
And made decisions. We just got banged for a $1 billion tax over the next 5 years, and City Council has immediately gone in and hired all their buddies to manage it. We have no control over what they're spending that money for.
Nonprofits in Charlotte are out of control. Out of control. Let me explain something around CMS, Charlotte Mecklenburg Schools, and I'm on. Listen, I just want to see happy kids. Suicide rate's never been higher. But yet we have a nonprofit supporting CMS with 70 employees that's government funded.
What?
Yep. Found that out last week. Nonprofits in Charlotte are out of control. They really are. Because there was a nonprofit, I'm not going to mention the name because they won't like me anymore. And see, when you get blackballed in this city, they just push you to the side. No matter what you're doing, if it's good, bad, whatever, they don't like you anymore because you're holding them accountable.
It's really hard to get a voice here.
It truly is. Well, I talked to 3 people that were a member of this nonprofit. Says, what do y'all do? We help, as a resource to Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools, we help them orchestrate the programs. Which are, I didn't go there because I didn't really, I had to be with the kids too. But I said, and I said, and I've had meetings with one of the directors, a breakfast meeting, but if they're being paid to help be a resource to CMS, why would they do anything that's detrimental to CMS's system so they wouldn't get their funding? Does that make sense?
That makes sense to me.
So in other words, you're gonna remain status quo and keep doing the same thing regardless if it's working or not. Yeah, because we got to have our money. I want my paycheck.
City council could eliminate the housing shortage by mandating that every apartment building that's built has some of the housing authority's people in those rentals. The people that own the apartments, they get their money every month. It gives people that are homeless off the streets. It gives homeless people jobs. It protects them. Not decisions like, let's take out all the park benches because the homeless people are sleeping on them.
Exactly. And then again, I met a tiny house manufacturing company.
Like that.
Oh, yeah, I love it. And I went to him. He wanted to meet me because he heard me on the radio or whatever, wanted to meet me. So I went out there. Unbelievable manufacturing facility. Robotics and everything were in this facility. They built tiny houses.
Right.
They were built on commercial specs with commercial building materials, and they were built very, very well. And initially he said, I'm talking to the city of Charlotte to see if we can't work with the city and develop some tiny home communities for our veterans and homeless. I looked at him and started laughing. And he says, what's so funny? I says, well, how's that going for you?
Well,
he says, everywhere I turn, I get a roadblock. I said, you won't build your tiny house community in Charlotte.
On a positive note now the state building standards has a list of tiny homes that you can put in your backyard for
what they call them, ABUs or something like that. The
mother-in-law suites is what I call them.
Suites, yeah. There's a code in Charlotte that you can build.
But the plans are all pre-approved for the state. And they've got about 20 different selections. And that, to me, is a positive.
Well, it is, but yet they're still telling you what you can do on your own property, which I can't stand.
Well,
but regardless, the guy, back to the manufacturer,
right?
They're not going to have tiny house communities in Charlotte. And I looked at him and said, that'll never happen in Charlotte. Why? Because it's land. It's land that they can tax and put a value on a lot greater than a tiny house community.
Last tax 6 years ago, my property tax increased 400% in 1 year. I went from paying $1,200 a year to $6,000 a year. And I paid that for the last 5 years. That's why I'm selling my commercial building. It's my
Welcome
home.
To Charlotte.
It's my home.
And this rent on this building here has gone up 200% in 3 years.
Well,
but that's Charlotte.
The government in Charlotte is tax drunk. Let's
and our
just put a tax on it.
infrastructure's falling apart.
Exactly.
Our streets are crumbling. You got 700,000 apartments being built.
You got
a new bank branch being thrown down every day, just slapped down like it's nothing. You blink and there's a new big bank branch.
Exactly. I've seen that.
It's ridiculous.
The problem is out of hand. City council is tax drunk, and that from developers. And they're not making developers have any responsibility for their buildings. They have no connection to, you got to have more water, you got to have more sewer, you got to have more electricity, you got to have more roads, there are more schools. They're not putting that on the developers. They're walking out with a big pot of cash in their pocket. Mm-hmm. And they are letting developers develop in places that are insane where they're developing. Just look at 7th Street right there by the bridge. You got a whole complex going up that's 6 stories high, but it's 3 stories below the bridge.
Yep.
They would have never let anybody build there before. But now, and
Well, it's just like the floodplains.
exactly the floodplains.
You remember the floodplains over near Chantilly?
Well,
Look at all those
they
houses.
took me for 80 grand in lawyer's fees because they flooded my property and wouldn't claim responsibility for it and wouldn't even give me a hearing. After 5 years of petitioning, $80,000 of lawyer's fees out of my pocket. And they said, well, we don't think it's worthy. We're not going to give you a trial. And it's over. And some judge just signed off. They signed off the right of way to my property. I went in and did $65,000 worth of restructure to my property to keep it from flooding that they created. So I got no faith in what's going on.
Now you know why I called Mark. Wanted him on the show. And this is why, because I knew he had some background.
Crazy.
In Charlotte, and I don't get as deep as I'm getting today on it, but Charlotte's out of control. Our school system is out of control. Our infrastructure is crumbling. They just keep building apartments. Who's living in these apartments?
I don't know, but the condos next to me they start at $700,000 and go to $900,000. They're 2 and 3 bedroom, 3-story apartments with a garage, and they're falling apart, and they're less than 2 years old.
That's my point about construction today. I've had home inspectors on the show, Mark.
Right.
And says, what do y'all see? And they can't believe some of the stuff they see. And this is fallout from what I'm talking about, the trades, construction. We've got a big issue.
Big issue.
Big. It's bigger than most people even. Well, if you don't know what you don't know, how do you know? I know that makes no sense at all, but it makes all the sense in the world, really.
It was a bit humorous, but definitely to the point.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know what you don't know. And, and people today have no clue what quality is. That's sad, too.
I mean, did you see where they want to rezone all the buildings downtown for residential because they've got 80% vacancy? So now they want to rezone the office buildings, which don't have the plumbing.
They got 80% vacancy rate?
80% in some of those buildings.
Wow.
You go in the Bank of America Plaza, it's just restaurants and it's the hair salon and Walgreens.
Right.
There's no
Overstreet Mall anymore.
Overstreet Mall's the bank, and there's maybe one tenant in there. That's it.
Which used to flourish.
Might as well be like Eastland Mall on the windows on the Fritz. Ever since the pandemic, they keep going up on the rent. They're not giving anybody any breaks or anything. They're just assumed just leave it empty.
What was that complex down there around the Radisson Hotel? What was that?
Epicenter.
It's completely dried up.
It's gone.
There's 3 places in there. There's like a burger place.
Yeah, I walked through it 2 months ago.
City Fest. Do you remember City Fest?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was a losing project until Chase, the newspaper.
Right.
And Magna, what was his name? Hearst. The Hearst Tower.
Hearst Tower.
They made big money when they sold the land to Hearst, but the rest of the time, it was just a tax drain. The city has not done a project in 20 years that wasn't at least 50% over budget. The light rail, 100% over budget, because they brought in all those thieves from Boston that did the big dig to redesign everything, and we already had it designed.
We got to do everything in this town 3 times, too.
It seems to be. It's just ridiculous.
It's like sewer, road improvements, everything.
Well, why is my water bill
streetcar too
$7 or $8, but my water payment is $120?
Because of all the fees.
Because stormwater and sewer. Why does stormwater and sewer have to get water? Because city council gave their money away to people like the football team.
Right.
Why would we fund the football team when they made $400 million in profit last year? Why would you give them $100,000? $68 million is what they gave them. Why would you fund that, yet Parks and Recreations gets nothing, which is used by 80% of the population? But they got nothing. They got no budget. It's just ludicrous.
Control and money.
It's ludicrous.
Yeah, it's out of control. And now you know about Charlotte, North Carolina.
That's it.
And we know because we've lived our lives here. You know, we've seen it, and we care. I care, but Charlotte's out of control. And then a lot of people might be looking and saying, why don't you move? Because it's my home.
It's my home.
I was born and raised here,
You know?
and I don't like what it's become.
People tell me that all the time when I'm complaining about it, but
Yeah, they say move.
yeah.
Yeah, run from it. That's the quitting spirit
It's
in
like
this country
it's like
today.
I go somewhere else. You think it's going to be any better anywhere else in this
Why
country?
quit? Why not fix
I
it?
think we need to fix what we got.
I think fixing, we're two handymen. We want to fix. And another thing about men want to fix things.
That's what we do.
That's what God intended us to do. Fix and care for things. Protectors. Protectors. Does it make me mad? Dang right it does. It's ridiculous. Men were made to fix and care and protect. That's what we do. Move? No.
No.
Change. Fix it. Get the crooks out of this dang town.
They're not.
Man, it's
They're
out of
not even crooks. They're just leeches.
Well, yeah, you're right.
They're just
parasites.
the politicians. Just leeches. They've outlived their purpose
Well, it's out of control.
completely. Wears me out to even talk about it.
But you played it. You've
Well-
been a part of it.
You know.
We both have. But we're going to continue the fight. PutToolsInSchools.org. We need your support. We need to change the environment which our kids go to every morning. Every morning when we send our kids to school. Do you know where they're going? Do you know what they're doing? Do you know how they're doing?
Do you know what's being told to them when they get to school?
You know what they're being taught or not being taught. You ought to go to school and see. Just check them out. Just check it out. But then again, don't accept it for what it is. Look at it for what it truly is.
Look for what it can be.
Absolutely. And what school can be and what school should be. And it's creative. It should be a time of joy. It's like that young gentleman that was here last Saturday.
Right.
Zaire.
Right.
Man, he was excited, wants to come back. That's what we need to do in our schools is get our kids excited about learning, about creating, about serving.
Let them discover their purpose.
Yep, their purpose. Because we all have purpose.
And they all have different talents.
Yep.
The main thing, if you're going to get a job, get a job in something that you love.
Love to do.
You'll never go anywhere else. You'll feel fulfilled and purposed, whether it be music or art or construction or religion, whatever, community service. It doesn't matter. If you love what you do, you'll never leave.
No.
And you'll be happy.
Yeah.
That's, a career that fulfills you.
Right. And fulfilling is what we're here for.
Exactly.
That's what gives us.
My goal always has been, I want to leave something for those behind me.
Right.
That's been my goal since high school.
Leave something
that other people can use behind me. Leave not a legacy. Leave people who can think and do for themselves.
Right.
That's the goal.
The other thing they teach you, we have been taught collectively is how to be codependent.
We did?
Not you and I.
Oh, okay.
It's like school.
Like, speak for yourself.
The education system, our system of today
Right.
actually teaches codependency.
My word.
Well, if you've got to rely on other people to make your decisions, isn't that codependent? Can't you make a smart, educated decision on your own? You'd be surprised who can't.
Well, I see a lot of people that are stuck because they can't make a decision.
There you go.
A lot of people.
There you go.
And it's holding them. They're their own biggest roadblock.
Yep.
Because, I don't know. Well, this might happen or that might happen.
Might.
People who say, I'm the devil's advocate, is what you are. You're an obstruction to progress. You're not the devil's advocate. You're finding reasons that it can't happen.
Yeah.
That's not progress. That's not making solutions. That's just being a blockade against progress.
Yep. I agree.
So when somebody says, "Oh, I'm going to be a devil's advocate," I just say, "Well, just shut up." Just shut up, because we don't care what negativity you can bring. That's not why we're here.
You hear a lot today, you're just being negative.
Yeah.
No, I'm being real.
No, you're being stupid and creating problems that don't exist. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Get out of the way.
Right.
What is it? Lead, follow, or get out of the way.
Yeah. And you know, one of the big things now, too, people like to talk. You know, we talk about put tools in schools.
Right.
I go talk to groups. Oh, that's a great idea. What can we do to help? Show up.
There you go.
Show up. Give me your time. Give me your time. What's the most valued commodity we all have?
Time. And it's limited. And we ain't going to be here for much longer.
But in Charlotte, what do? They throw a check at it. Throw money at it. You got a problem, just give more money. Just give more money.
Tax and spend, that's their leadership.
Yep, that's the way to conquer everything. Just give it more money. How's that working for us? Anyway, we'll get back on. I'm going to take a break here, talk about my sponsors, and we'll come back and talk tools. How's that? We got on a rant for today. How Charlotte declined a little bit. Well, it's true.
A little bit. It's got me fired up.
Yep, not hard to do, is it?
No.
All right, Garage Door Doctor. You looking for a new garage door doctor, or did you run into it today? Did you knock it off its rails? Whatever the case may be, Garage Door Doctor will take care of anything you got wrong, or you're looking to put a new garage door in. You want to know what's available, insulated windows, doesn't matter, custom. They got it. Garage Door Doctor, same day service. Just give them a call, 704-705-8444. Go on and check them out online, garagedoordoctor.com. Great company. New owner since about 15 years now. He's brought the company back to a great standing. Google ratings are top drawer. Great service. Technicians all trained, know what they're doing. We talk about that all the time on the show. Well, Garage Door Doctor has got a great training program, and they use it. That's garagedoordoctor.com. Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions. 2 young men, 2 entrepreneurs. There you go. There's that word again.
I like that word.
Yeah, it's a good word. The kids need to know what it means. Well, Josh and Alex, both, they're two childhood friends. They grew up together, went to school together, went to college. One of them wanted to be a numbers man. The other guy wanted to be in construction. So they teamed up afterward, developed a company called Rhino Lift Foundation Solutions. They wanted to develop a company that was transparent, totally honest, professional, licensed general contractor, both North, South Carolina. If you've got foundation issues, slab issues, sunken garage floor, sunken slab, sunken driveway, no matter what it is, crawl space encapsulation, invasive water, cracked foundations, broken foundations, call them up. Better yet, go online, rhinoliftfoundationsolutions.com. Give them a call, make appointments. They'll educate you on what problems exist and what you can do to fix it. You make the final decision. Queen City Home Store. Nope, wrong one. Kilo Exterminating. There you go. Kilo. Been in Charlotte 3 generations now, since 1939. Pest control. We talk about kids and their interests. Dr. Ralph Kilo. Did you ever meet him?
No.
You know, Dr. Ralph Kilo, a heck of a guy.
Had a contract with him for years.
Oh, yeah, they're a great company to get your pest control with.
Exactly.
They show up on time, do what they say the right way, all technicians certified. That's Kilo Exterminating. Go online, kilo.biz. Today, we've been ranting a little bit, talking tools with Mark Sprinkle. Mark Sprinkle, a handyman, a thorough handyman. He was a builder. What all have you done? You built, you just been in construction in the trades.
All the time. So building furniture, building room additions, building houses, building drainage systems, revamping electrical systems and plumbing systems. We at one time had 50 men working for us. We're now down to 4.
You handle 50 men, really?
50 men. We were doing millwork and installation up and down the southeast for Zepsa wood products.
Oh, you work for Zepsa?
We were their installers.
Wow, I didn't know that.
We work for Ford Construction. We work for, which is a great company, by the way.
Charlotte's known for a lot of great companies. There's no question, and still exists today. We had a meeting with Edifice Construction around Put Tools in Schools. They say they're probably going to give us some support, and hopefully, because I'd love to get some commercial builders involved.
Right.
You know, we need support big time at Put Tools in Schools. We don't need support; kids need it.
FN Thompson, another great big company.
Yep.
That's who I did the city council run
They
for.
still around?
Yes. FN Thompson, that big company.
Gotcha. Well, Rogers Builders is a big company.
Another excellent company.
Edifice, a lot of them around town. A lot of great commercial builders as well. Residential builders, well, I've seen the history of residential in Charlotte grow to what it is today, and it's beyond me now. It's just exploded.
It's just boxes.
Yeah, just more houses.
Yeah.
What do you think of the product technology of today versus of old?
I see that they've eliminated finger jointed millwork, which was terrible.
Yep.
They've eliminated masonite siding,
which is a good thing.
Right. Paper houses.
Hardboard.
Hardy board, which is an excellent construction product.
Cementitious board, siding. Yeah.
Exactly.
Great. Yeah.
They're using fiberglass reinforcement and concrete instead of steel rebar, which makes the entire structure a structural unit when they put
right.
Lots of improvements.
They got rid of particle board.
Got rid of particle board.
The sheeting grade particle board.
Don't use that anymore for subfloors.
Yeah, that was horrible.
The roofing industry has some great new innovations with the.
Yes, they do.
They have a tar paper. It's not tar paper, but it's a self-sealing sheet that they put down on your roof now, so that if you drive a nail through it, it self-seals.
Right.
They put all of that in all the valleys and all your things.
Right.
The construction is now going to sectional metal roofs that look like shingles.
Yep.
They've even got sectional metal roofs that are solar panels. There's a lot of innovation going on in the roofing business.
Right. And, when it comes to roofing, too, I love metal roofs.
Yes.
Love them because they'll be
100-year roof.
What's that?
It's a 100-year roof.
Yeah, it'll last you longer than anything done correctly. And when I said done correctly, regardless of the product you use.
Right. It has to be properly installed.
If you don't install it correctly, by the warranty of the manufacturer, or under the installation guidelines of the manufacturer, if it's done correctly, it will last you a long time. A long time.
It will.
And once again, I want to go back to attic encapsulations.
Great solution.
It's incredible how well it works. And once again, if considering that, make sure your roof, is not due to be changed.
Right.
Because when you put a new roof on a house, there's some sheeting that has to be replaced due to water damage. Typically on a house, there's anywhere from 7 to 10 sheets.
Right.
And that's 7 to 10 sheets. That's 32 square feet per sheet. Therefore, if you got to replace the whole sheet, you take the sheet up. That's 32 square foot of damaged foam insulation. Right. That you're going to have to fix. So therefore, I would not encapsulate your attic if you need a new roof. Get your new roof done, then encapsulate your attic.
Well, the system that I used is the foil bubble wrap. It goes on the bottom of the rafter.
Yeah.
And so your soffit vents go all the way to the ridge vent so that your roof is actually being cooled. The temperature of my attic right now, year-round, is below 80. That means my HVAC is not working all the time to keep it cool because it's not 140 degrees in the attic where the system is.
Right.
It's made a huge difference in my electrical and gas bills. Huge difference.
And comfort.
And comfort.
The comfort's the major thing. You pay for the comfort you get. Or sometimes the comfort you don't get. Well, I mean, if you got a 150-degree attic and your air conditioner's working for all it's got, with all it's got, and you still ain't doing the
It's
job.
not going to cool. It's not going to heat.
And remember, summer's ahead of us. We got a little cold snap going on here, which feels pretty darn good.
Good
Really
tennis weather.
beautiful. But, once this heat gets on us in the summertime, it's amazing how hot or the temperature is, but you're not really fighting temperature, you're fighting humidity.
Exactly.
And to bring the humidity down, you must use some air sealing methodologies, which is encapsulating your attic, because that is an air seal methodology.
Pretty much.
Yep. So anyway, attic encapsulation is you look forward. A lot of people say, I need a new air conditioner. No, you need a new attic.
You need a properly sealed attic.
Yeah, you need a properly sealed building envelope to perform better, really. Building performance is what they call it, isn't it?
Exactly.
So you're in the handy. I'm just intrigued. He's still handymaning it.
Still doing it, yes.
So if I get your cell phone, is that a number I could refer people to you?
Yes. Absolutely.
And you still go by Handyman.
Still go by Handyman service.
Handyman service.
73.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
November of 73. Same month that the double door opened.
That's part of your name? Handyman Services 73?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a number behind it.
It says
'Cause that's when you started.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's on my business card.
Cool. You got a business card with you today?
Yes, I do.
Good. I want one.
All right.
And I'll put you were in my contacts. I was worried about calling you yesterday. I said, I don't know if he's in my contact.
You probably didn't know if I was still alive.
No, I called you. I checked you out. I reached out on Messenger to get you, didn't I?
Yeah, I think so.
And I should have looked on my contacts because you were there.
Yep. So I'm moving my wood shop, Hand Built Corporation.
Where are you moving?
I'm moving it to my backyard. I'm folding down.
You got a garage in your backyard? Or go
Having
build
one shipped in.
Shipped in?
Shipped in.
That's awesome.
It's prefab. It's insulated. It has a metal roof, and it's pre-wired.
Do me a favor.
All right.
When it comes, will you call me?
Absolutely.
I'd like to see that one.
This is an amazing company, and I have shopped through about 10 of them.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
I'll go give you that info because these people, it's a woman and her husband that run the company, and she handles all the paperwork.
All of it?
Yep. It's a great deal.
Where are they out of?
Salisbury.
So they're bringing it in here from Salisbury?
Right.
What I'm doing right now is I'm going to Google Handyman Services 73. Can I do that?
It'll say the original Handyman Services.
It will?
Yep.
Handyman Service.
The original Handyman Services.
Service. Not services.
Plural.
Plural?
Yeah.
Okay, 73. By gosh. Handy Manny. That's not you.
No.
That's not you.
It's the original Handyman Services.
It's not coming up like that. That's why I did it.
It should.
Well, we'll look you up and find out where you're at. Rob the Handyman.
No.
Top rated Handyman.
No.
Charlotte Handyman and certain. No. Well, there you go. There's a lot of best handyman services, but you're not the best. No, I don't mean that literally.
Jesus.
No, I'm not picking on you. I'm not saying you're not the best.
Right,
It's
he's got a
just,
sense of humor.
come on, lighten up. It's all good. A lot of handymen out there aren't that handy.
Really?
Yeah, they don't know. They hadn't got the experience you got. Your employees. I got a minute. I ain't got time to talk about your employees. Well, I've enjoyed today.
It has been good.
I've enjoyed talking to you. I'd like to have you back sometime.
All right.
And it was
Now,
great.
you can't get in the way of my tennis game now.
Oh, you still playing tennis?
3 days a week.
How'd you hurt your back real quick?
I'm just it's muscle spasms. It's just from strain.
Just from strain?
Trying to do too much.
I hear you. Trying to do too much. Don't try, do it. What is too much? Well, Mark, I'm glad to see you're up and about, healthy and doing good and doing things for your fellow mankind.
I think so.
Where you are, and you're going to leave your legacy.
I hope so.
Well, I'm going to work on my legacy, but we'll continue doing what we do.
All right.
PutChildrenSchools.org needs your support, folks. And next Saturday, we're going to talk insects. Les Grattan from Grattan's Pest Control in the house talking bugs, pest control. And I got a case for him out here in the toolbox. We're going to talk to him about it. Every Saturday, Fox Sports Charlotte, 9 to 11. Tune in, turn on and learn. Every Tuesday, 10 till noon, we do the show live. Hey, tune in. You'll learn something. I do every Saturday, every Tuesday, every week. Learning is a game. That's About Your House Radio. I got it. We're plugged in here, brother. So tune in next Saturday. Les Grattan, more about your house. We'll talk to you then. Have a great week.